Chapter 3, Part 2. The Trinity makes no sense. I have studied this issue for a number of years, talked with a great many Trinitarians, and formed opinions based upon that study and those conversations. Here, at the outset, I would like to bring to your attention the observation which I consider to be the most significant, an observation to which I will refer frequently throughout the course of this book. It is this: the Trinity belief is, at its very core, utterly irrational. The Trinity doctrine is founded upon the senseless idea that three spirit persons are one spirit person, and continues to rely upon similarly absurd and meaningless propositions whenever its credibility as a belief system is questioned. This seems a simple point. Its implications can easily be missed. The suspension of reason. The first thing that is required of prospective Trinitarians is that they suspend reason. They are required to accept as a mystery that the one eternal and almighty God presented in the Bible is a divine spirit person within whose being exist three divine spirit persons, each of whom is God by himself, and all three of whom together are also God by himself. Three separate and distinct beings who are each individually and all collectively God, each an individual spirit person, and yet not three spirit persons, but one spirit person, each one God in his totality, and yet not three gods, but one God. I submit to you that such a proposition makes absolutely no sense. In fact, that's the genius of this belief system. The very first thing its potential adherent must do is set aside his reasoning ability and accept the incomprehensible tenets of Trinitarianism as being truth revealed by God, even though these teachings not only do not appear in the Bible, but are utterly contradicted by it. If potential Trinitarians refuse to abandon reason and embrace such preposterous notions, they're more or less politely shown the door, with the caveat that their unwillingness to acknowledge the proverbial emperor's new clothes has relegated them to the realm of Satan's dominion and disqualified them from salvation itself. If, on the other hand, they are willing to abandon reason and accept the biblically unfounded and wholly absurd notion that three persons are one person, each God alone, and any two or all three God together, then they have been prepared to accept all remaining teachings of Trinitarianism, no matter how often a further suspension of reason will be required. I mean, how slick is that? Double standard. When any aspect of the Trinity belief is challenged upon the basis of its lack of rationality, Trinitarianism simply responds that it is a mystery which is beyond human reason, and that therefore no rational explanation of it is necessary. But this does not mean that Trinitarianism will not seek to employ reason and logic on its own behalf when it thinks that they can be used to its advantage. If Trinitarianism sees reason as helpful in supporting its teachings, then it employs reason. If, on the other hand, reason threatens to invalidate its teaching, then it simply denies the need for reason in defense of them. Hard to lose an argument that way. The fact remains that Trinitarianism requires of its apprentices the abdication of reason at the outset of their indoctrination, and continues to deny accountability to reason whenever sound and sensible arguments endanger it. This is why proponents of Trinitarianism, while capable of being sensible in other aspects of their theology, become wholly irrational when it comes to this doctrine. It is because they are given permission, nay, instruction, to abandon reason concerning this dogma. They are led to believe that it is no less than God's will for them to defy reason in defense of the Trinity. The Bible calls upon us to employ reason and to seek understanding, Isaiah 118, Psalm 119, 104, 130, Proverbs 4:7, 2 through 5, 3, 13 through 18, 8:1, Jeremiah 9:23 and 24, etc. Trinitarianism rejects reason and understanding, except when they work to its advantage. Such a double standard allows the apologists of Trinitarianism to maintain the position that I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. And if you think I'm exaggerating, try having a reasonable discussion of the Trinity with one of its defenders. But don't say that I didn't warn you.